Welcome to the political replay, where the voices rise every day. From the streets to the radio play, we bring the truth in every way. Welcome to the political replay, the best in show business, hear what we say. We echo the voice of the government strong, breaking it down in a lyrical song. JNB and JKK on the mission again, building up the nation from now till when. From the city lights to the village lane, you can see the progress, you can't complain. Road development, that's JNB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every single day, JNB and JKK lead the way. Roads from farms to market, that's JNB and JKK. Security standing firm, no delay. Who wants development? Hear the people say. The Libyan people loud and clear today. From the hills to the coast, feel the vibration. Unity rising across the nation. Concrete dreams turning reality. Step by step toward prosperity. Children in school with books in hand. Future getting brighter across the land. Hospitals working, people getting care. Hope in the system everywhere. Say JMB, say JKK. Progress moving every single day. Say forward, never back. Development on the right track. Road development, that's JMB and JKK. School rising up, yeah, we say okay. Health improvement every single day. JMB and JKK lead the way. So tune in close, don't fade away. This is the political replay. Voices strong, hear what we say. Libya rising, brighter day. Whoa.
Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm
How
good.
are you, Albert?
I'm good. Oh, you continue. You continue. I'm coming right back. Continue. I'm coming right back.
Okay. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing today? Thank you. Thank you for coming. As you come on, can you please share the show? Please share the show as you come on.
Even like that.
Albert, do we have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but I will have to. I must say, I can't remember my YouTube channel name. I can't remember the YouTube channel. I will try to find it and send it to you. But right now we are also on. Right now we are live on YouTube also.
We are also live on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome, Musu Fofana, Sulobe. Thank you for coming. As you come, can you share the show, please? She's watching from Rhode Island. Thank you. Rhode Island in the house. Beautiful place. I was there some part of last month for my brother's wedding. So how
Okay,
you doing
guys.
today, Albert?
Not too good stomach, but at least I'll try.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm glad to be here. We come on. I do my team sometimes Monday, Tuesdays. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I go on the other side. Friday, I do my little thing sometimes. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, basically, we're supposed to be here. I'm glad to be here, even though not feeling too well. But I'm glad to be on your stewardship and honor your tutorship tonight as a host. So
Well,
kick your ball rolling.
oh, sorry to hear that you're sick, and
Mm.
I wish you well. Welcome, Marcia, and how you doing today? Before we go forward, I would like to recognize some people. Yeah, bear with me, please. Mastia Selin, um, Alonso Andrews, Charlotte Pana, Edward Cully, Mohammed Kakai. Welcome and thanks for coming. So today, as we start to talk about Liberia, um, what's hurting your head, Abba? What's going on your side? What's on your mind today? You are muted. You need to unmute yourself.
Thank you. Basically, it's always Liberia. You know, we're thinking about country every day. How we can continue to push and help to echo the voice of the government. People say they want to come back to power, but they even send the army service to FA election. They can't win one spot. I don't know how can they win general population election.
Oh, they did the FA elections today?
Yeah, I think yesterday. Yeah, Mustafa was re-elected. Kuo was disqualified. I think based on his criminal record in the United. Not Kuo, but this guy. The guy who wanted to contest the presidency also. He was in the states there. I think he was nipped for false gold in the setting false goals in the presenting himself as an investor having gold mines in Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah, so he wanted to contest, you're disqualified.
Yeah,
But I mean, basically,
be allowed to.
yeah, basically, that's why we are here for today to talk, and I'm glad. Basically, what he said to my head, and the guys will say you're allowed to come to power. Yeah, then you can't do this, you can't do that, but they can't talk the lies. And, propaganda is difficult. It becomes even more difficult when the person in power is ready, working. He's not perfect, but I mean, he's doing something that didn't happen in the past. So it makes it much more difficult for opposition. And then I go here. I don't know, ANC partisans. Why is it every year, when election is coming, they always peddle this narrative that, oh, this political party can be turned the political party leadership over to Kumis. I heard them running with that stuff yesterday that we have agreed to allow Cummings. Oh, I didn't since I'm not the one hosting, so I didn't load on
You have not given me the
I have to find a place in this StreamYard where I can get the authorization also. But where you see the TV Sony down there, NCTV Sony with him will be close to it also.
Maybe just got the TV stream. I don't have any him being close to it.
Ah, okay. So you can't invite.
I can't because I don't have.
If you hit the
still
TV,
have the sole ownership.
Yeah. So if you have the TV stuff, if it opens, it will ask you, I know, image or video.
And then when
you click on it, it carries you straight to your gallery.
I don't have videos and stuff, so you got them.
I'll have to give you authorization. I'll try to learn it and send it to you. So basically, they were saying, Cummings, congratulating George Weah for selfless leadership. He's turning over the CDC over to Cummings in 2029 to support us. I said, okay. That's it, George Weah.
Do they remember Winston Tuckman?
So basically, anyway, thank you.
So let me recognize more people. Yeah, I already called Mohamed Kamakai, Peter Kalon, Sheikh Donan, Widet, Diman, follows sorry if I mispronounce your name. Follow Samolu, Julia Murphy, Tapet Tobe, Thomas Goto Jui, Ada Johnson Vambo, Elton Legend Wisa, Washington Fire, Rudolph Lehman, Edward K. Jallo, Sylvester Famba, Dennis Kissy Huff, just everybody. Welcome. We are glad to have you here today on this show. So, what's hurting my own head? So, um, we have said over and over that we want to see a better Liberia. And as a citizen, it's every citizen responsibility when you see something going on wrong in the country that is holding the country back to speak and not to be silent. That is your constitutional duty as a citizen to a country to speak. When you see something, I'm not saying to lie on people's name, but if you see something that is not right, that is holding our country backward, it is your responsibility. That is part of your constitutional duty as a citizen of the Republic of Liberia to speak up so those things can be corrected. So, I was discussing this with Walu not too long ago. I actually did call him.
Okay.
So, I have a family member that went to the Liberian Business Registry yesterday to do a business registration, and the security at the office refused him to enter the building in the first place, which I felt it was very awkward and strange. Because if I go to a building, I don't know where to go. The first person I go to is the security. "Hey, can you direct me to this place? Where am I supposed to go?" So the security person tells him to sit down first. So he sat down and he was sitting there. He said there was even another person sitting there with him. And then later on, she tells him, "Oh, go over there beside the house. The woman are there." She asked him to print out his passport. He did that. And then she tells him, "Oh, go over there and go see that woman. She a big woman. You know, you need people to run after your paperwork here. People get lost and they can't find it and XYZ." So he being naive, don't know the process and stuff. He did not put her in a commotion. He went to the woman, and the woman said, "Oh, you have to pay $30. Get the money, no receipt." That's the first illegal transaction right there. That every legal transaction should have a receipt, because to follow up on your documents, you have to show those receipts. So he went home, but he said, something was telling him to not do it, but he did it anyway. And then he tried to call my sister back when he couldn't get her. So he then decided to call me. And then when he explained, I made him to go back for that money. I like get down and go back. And the funny thing was, the taxi he was in, the driver said was concerned about his taxi fare. He did not want to losses. And the driver was like, "But in they already going through, once the process is going, no, it's not a legal process. I went on just now." So he would get down.
Yeah.
So he got down, he get a taxi driver $100. Because I think he said the distance was 200 where he was going home from where he was to home is 200. But he get a taxi driver $100. And then he got down and ran by. I was on the phone with him. I did not. You run back right there. And he ran.
Right, President, who is so young, is openly willing and accepting that role to say.
Yeah,
okay. Sorry, yeah, sorry.
And he ran back and he got the money, and thank God. And I do have telephone numbers and things from the people. So I don't know if it's a whole cartel they're running in there. So Albert, this is some of the situation that is holding our country backward. And as citizens, when we see this, we need to talk about it. What do you think? What is your analysis on that particular issue?
Look, how one thing I would say is that corruption fights back. Corruption fights back every day in every fabric of our society. Look, this president is trying to fight corruption in all government institutions, even they were extended in the private sector and admonish people who are invest in the private sector to be able to weed out corruption in that sector. The thing is that what should be happening in Liberia if people go to register businesses or people go to attend to certain things in public institutions? They must go through the rightful procedures, and we should advise people that and encourage people that even if it takes them 4 days to carry out their processes, carry out your process the normal way, because if somebody tells you and you know that there is the booth that you're supposed to come, and somebody tells you go across the road, you have the right as a citizen. Why am I going across the road, or why should I go on the other side? Or you can also find out from people around there, is the person inside there working with the government or public institution? You see, because most of these people, what is happening now is that even some of these deputy ministers, assistant ministers, they know that when they are caught red-handed, they are gone. You understand? So at the end of the day, they will post the people outside of these buildings and have security coordinate with those people, and the people will carry on that corrupt deal. So it is good that you got those, you got the number of those involved. For me, I get time you can call that number on this.
But I'm going to give the number to Dwalo so they can discuss on the class reloaded, because it's a bigger platform. Yeah. But we just want to put it out there. The very citizens, the very people that say other people corrupt, they are even more corrupt, because you, from the security, I don't know who is heading the Liberian Business Registry, but from the security all the way, and this thing needs to be investigated. I think it should be, because I'm not speaking from hearsay. This is something that happened, and I do have numbers. And when my brother went by, I asked the person for that number. She refused to get her phone, and she tell me yata. And according to the security that is at the door at the Liberian Business Registry, she said, "Oh, they saw him as a kid, so told him, oh, she's a big person." So I asked him, I said, your common sense did not tell you that a big person, what a big person sitting beside the building instead of being in the office.
I know, right? I mean, it is happening.
I'm like, anytime you go to any office and you ask for direction, like, I'm here to do this, can you show me where to go? And they refuse, don't let them say, you know what, make noise. I said, it's your right as a citizen. It's part of your right. If you see wrong, you say it. You don't keep silent, because we have kept silent for the longest. Whereby we say that the people thing, it's not the people thing, it's every Liberian thing. And if we should see Liberia going forward, we need to discuss these things. We need to talk about it. And when we see it, it needs to be nipped in the behind.
Indeed.
Because these are the same people that will be standing up and talking about, oh, that salary not going up, but you're stealing money from the government. Or the one ain't happening, but you're taking money from, you looking for where that the government will not have the full amount to run the country effectively. Because what you're doing, all that money they get on the side, it's not going to the government.
Yeah, indeed.
And we're discussing them, my mom, myself, to me, that's a whole cartel they're running over there.
As a whole cartel in most of the government institutions, the people know that you can't, like in past government. Good evening, Mr. Nangbe. How you doing? Soda Nangbe, I hope you're doing great.
Welcome, Mr. Nangbe.
If you want to hop on to provide some of your wisdom, just maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can let me know. Let me send you the code. Then you can come on, Mr. Nangbe. And so this guy Voyon say under this government, nothing gets better. Voyon, should I say the code so you can tell what is not better?
Mr. Voyon, thank you for coming to listen and to give your view. Under this government, the country is opening up. 6 years back, you could not go to the southeast without going to another country, which is through Ivory Coast. You had to, which was a disgrace to our country, the first independent country on the continent of Africa. Sorry, That was a disgrace for you to pass through another country to go to the other side of your country. So number one, that's a main thing that have improved in the country. People now drive all over the country without sticking in mud. Even one of the biggest opposition parties now have decided they're going to spend their 22 years, or how many years?
22 years.
22 years on the side they couldn't go. That's the first thing. Civil servants getting paid on time. Nobody crying. I haven't received my salary yet. That is something. LDC is not constant, but it's better than it was. They have rural energy. Mr. Nangbe is giving our rural people all the towns and stuff that never even saw electricity in their life before. They're getting it. So, Mr. Voyon, for me, a good country is where his or her citizens can have a peace of mind, can look and see where they have come from and see the prospect of positivity ahead of them. A good governance, a good country, or a good government, is not when somebody take money, $10, $20, and give it to their citizens, for their citizens to continue to sing battle cries behind them. This government is is working hard on the education system. They are working on every system and institution in this country to make it better. So thank you for coming, Mr. Voyon. But as we see it, majority of Liberians, we see positivity, and we know Liberia will rise again. And we are not giving our country back to anybody to mess it up again. Thank you very much for coming.
I will tell Mr. Voyon, welcome also Mr. Voyon, but I will tell you dishonesty is a form of corruption. Okay? Dishonesty is a form of corruption because you're seeing the facts before you, but you want to corrupt the minds of other people that nothing is happening. Dishonesty, look, corruption comes in so many forms, but the one we look at mostly is the one that has to do with taking money from government or taking the people taxpayers' money. But dishonesty is a form of corruption because you corrupt the mind of people. How can you sit in your honest mind, Mr. Voyon, and look at the country today where civil servant salary are current? You don't see protests in the streets like it happened years back. How can you look at a country where we've gone over 2 years, 4 months and some days, we've had no rice shortages on the market. We have no petroleum product shortages on the market. Cash crops are on the market. The market roads are open to the main roads. The buses are flying from Lofa coming to Monrovia. The buses are flying from Bond County coming to Monrovia. The buses are flying from Nima County coming to Monrovia. People are going through Putu. People are going through Kabukiam. People are going through Kepamos. These are the most difficult places in the country. Before then, when we are driving into the rainy season, at about this time, the people begin to catch some of the most difficult times in the country, especially from the southeast. Mr. Voyon, if you can look at that and say nothing better is happening in the country, then I will wonder if you are actually in the country. If you can look at the country, it's just within the time frame that we have a little bit of problem with electricity, but electricity has been current. Okay, now they face a little bit of problem. It is understandable. They will get there, they will fix it, but at least that sector is much better than yesterday. Okay, so no matter how much you can be an opposition, you can critique the system, but be able to acknowledge, because the more you are dishonest to yourself that nothing is happening, you pin yourself because you know that something is happening, but it's hard to say that truth. So that hard truth that is hard to say, you be dishonest, you continue to see things happening in the country, you will continue to be hurt. So, George, we can say yesterday, George, we have built 14 military hospital. Was it full to capacity with no diagnostic center? No. Joseph Boakai came and put a diagnostic center there, but yeah, we say thank you. They built because that's the only two things they can really boast about: Emory Hospital and 14 Military Hospital. But look again, look at the Emory Hospital, how it was left. Okay, now this government has built upon where you left it. The hospital is fully operational today to our people there in the western part of the country. So how can you say under this government that nothing is happening? Like I always say, I want you to come to the debate. I can bring you on the platform. I can find a date. And I can allow the person to even host the show. And let's talk about the successes. Because I saw George Ria, some of video somebody sent me. I saw it while watching. What do you call it? He said what he did when he was president. He said what I have done in 9 months. No president in the history of the Republic of Liberia have done it. You see?
Yeah, but building other condominiums, he right. Nobody have done it.
Those are the things that took George Ria away from power. So I just wanted to address that. Back to you, Madam Host.
Yeah, so like we were discussing, and we got distracted a little bit.
Yeah.
The citizens, we, the common people, we need to start doing better for our country to move forward. Government is not only the president, it's not only the executive. Because in Liberia is one thing, we say everything is attributed to the executive. The other branch of government does something, the executive, the one that did it. And we ourselves, we are holding this country backward by being dishonest, by still, because that act that happened yesterday at the business registry is a big form of corruption.
Big. That's a cartel.
And I think it should be looked into. And me, I will continue to talk about this thing. If I will call every talk show, I will call every talk show until they really look into it. Because true, that means the government is losing a whole lot of money.
Indeed. Totally agree with you.
Out of 25 or whatever they're taking from people that they look at and they know you know, and then they will tell you, go this way. You can't enter the building. You know, if we don't know how much they're charging everybody.
Indeed.
How do we expect our country to go forward when we civil servants, they put us in position to do the right thing and we refuse? Now that you're not getting paid, you're getting paid. That is just greediness and being and deciding to steal. That is complete stealing.
Yeah.
You know, we used to give, people used to get excuse, all the people ain't taking pay on time, this and that. But what excuse do you have to do what you're doing? And at the same time, we want to have skyscrapers, we want to have the best hospitals, we want to have the best roads, we want everything to happen at once. So it's about time for us, we that have opportunity to come online to talk, to tell our fellow citizens too, look, what you are doing is wrong and you need to do better. And we need to push that so people can know. Like yesterday, I enjoyed what Ambrose said on the show. It's about time on ERBC. While we're coming up on ERBC, we used to watch another, what kind of tree, another palm tree with business, Hawa Angels. Like, we used to watch those shows were educational or shows for kids coming up, for you to learn how to be patriotic to your country. There were a lot of good things that used to be on ERBC. It's about time for ERBC to start doing those type of things instead of them just passing around with microphone and asking people. It's about time for them to start doing some civil education on ERBC in every dialect that Liberia has.
I remember when I came to the first time I ever came to Monrovia. I was please continue.
Yeah, so anybody that thing that we will keep quiet and we will not say because we support this government. This is our own government. This government belongs to every Liberian. When you see wrong, you say it. If people don't listen, you speak louder. You continue to say it till you see the change. That is how we change our country. That is how we take Liberia to where we want Liberia to be. But when we sit and say, oh, it's the people thing, and continue to say, oh, it's United Party thing, it's not United Party thing. When you look in this government, it's not only United Party people that work in this government. This government has people from every party. There were people that were working in the past government that are still working in this government. Civil servants. This government did not come and take everybody and change them and put only United partisans there. The fight is when you see people, United Party partisans themselves crying and saying, oh, they ain't got government job. So it's everybody government. This president is not trying to divide people. He's trying to bring us together. Once you are qualified and he deems it necessary, he hires you. That is the kind of president we want. Not somebody who's looking for people to worship him and praise him and sing and take him to be a meaning God. So this is the mandate for all Liberians. You see wrong, you say it. Don't keep silent. Keeping silent has taken our country backwards for so many years.
Indeed.
It's about time for us to stop being silent and talk.
I totally agree with you. You know, Liberia is a place where people think that when they talk, people will go after them. Look, you have to rise up. Being afraid, it will take you anywhere. It will just continue to suppress you. So, like I was saying, I can remember the first time I came to Monrovia was 1988 or 1999. I think I went to Big Sister Howard show two different times. Country yeah, to Country Little Man on board.
Watching y'all on TV.
Country Little Man on board. And I forgot the song we just singing there. I didn't even know what was happening over there.
You were there just clapping your hands.
And then when I went back to Yekepa, and I've always saw you on TV. So it was so good, you know. They need to create more programs now. There's a girl ELBC that she's very articulate.
Can you put this post up where the person said 90%? I don't know where they're getting our statistics from. I know Tennessee stealing.
Oh, that's I know Tennessee. She said if 90% the government employees are UP, you call that.
So I don't know where she getting her statistics from, because that's something I know. Opposition know how to do the job, put numbers out there. We're not taking numbers from in the sky and shopping it and then make it to look like to say it's real.
That's LRB sister. I know her.
So now, I don't know where she getting her statistics from, because that's how they mislead people.
The thing here is that Tennessee. The thing here is that you see the civil service is very independent. It's very independent, and when you are employed within the civil service, if new government comes, they cannot put you down for
if
any
you went to the proper channel. Make that clear.
The things are 90%. That number, I don't know where you got it from, my sister. Okay, if you keep up with 50%, that number is not. The government as a whole. There's a thing. Government has three different institutions. You have the executive, you have the executive, you have the judiciary, and you have the legislative branch of government. Now, there's the thing. All of these three branches of government, employment, most of the employment comes from the executive through the civil service. Okay? Especially in the judiciary and maybe some of them in the legislative, but bunch of them from the executive are employed by the executive. And the thing there is that nobody is asking you which political institution you are coming from. Government take over, another government, people are into the places they are working. The only places you see changes, Trinity, it is within the national legislature when people vote and take people from there and place new people. Now, when it comes to executive appointments, that is the power that is completely in the reach of the president. So if the president likes, he cannot bring any opposition on board. The president aim of objective is to be able to reach his goal. So the more of his people he brings on board, the more they can work with him for him to be able to achieve. Do you know what it means for you to go take an opposition and make him a finance minister? Do you know what it takes to be a president? You take opposition and make him a head of LRA, Revenue Authority. Do you know what it is to be a president and take an opposition and put into Freeport? Do you know that? So let me just disabuse that aspect. Easy, okay? 90% is a number you throw out there that is. I mean, I'm just talking about it because you commented it, and I know you. But 90%, even George Weah government. I will do not support George Weah and will not support George Weah any day. George Weah government will not be all of the 90% CDC.
That's the thing. So when I think sometimes when people see government employee, maybe they just think about the ministers and assistant ministers. Maybe so they, I don't know, then they omit civil servants. So are the civil servants so are civil servants not being paid by government? Are they not government employees? Is that what you consider? Then I think, 90% of the country, whatever percentage makes up the civil servant are all United partisans. Are you serious?
So the government is not just the appointees of the president, okay? Or those who are working according. You see, LSCC, the data that is there, is not Joseph Yuma Baga who brought her on board.
The CDC.
The CDC brought her on board, and because she has a turning position, she's there. Okay? So those who are appointed by George Weah, unless for reason or cause, like the guys from the guys from the LTA, okay, they were put out, okay, LTA because fisheries, okay, because of these corruption allegations, malfeasance, okay. But if you do not have any of these things behind you, and Joseph Yuma Baga met you there through a political appointment with a turning period for the George Weah's administration, these people are still enjoying their positions. So 93. I know you're a smart girl. Don't say that anywhere, okay? Don't say that anywhere, because even the George Weah that, well, we don't support, I would never say that in my mind and say George Weah government for the 90% only seditious. No. There are even opposition, people from other political institutions who were appointed in George Weah's administration, and they were not seditions. We have to hold that facts. We have to say the hard truth, okay? And it is a good thing if you are in power and you can appoint other people. So you will see that even in this government, there are people who are directors in government ministries and agencies.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. Who are directors in government ministries and agency SOEs that, those who were even appointed and went to those ministries, they are not there. If you go to commerce, hey, how you doing, Salome? How you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Hey, Mr. Rachel Fix, how you doing? Isaac Pa, how you doing? Grace, how you doing? My Yawa Josiah's son, Rebecca Sampson. Guys, keep sharing the podcast. So the thing here is that TDC, that number, don't throw number, don't do it other places. Okay, you are a smart woman, I know that. But your propaganda, that other propaganda there is overboard, okay? So it doesn't work that way. when it comes to the presidential appointment, that appointment power, now the president can say, I'm going to take 100% my cabinet as CDC. The president can say, I will take 100% my cabinet as UP. So nobody can question the president in that regards. People only say there should be government of inclusion, but you cannot impose to any president or any political institution that have taken power and say the government must be government of inclusion. No. They struggle to come to power. They have their own developmental agenda. They have their own agenda on how they want to carry the country. They have a framework. They have a goal. And they have people strategically that is earmarked to be able to serve key and strategic positions. So if the president wishes to make his government 100% Unity Party and Liberty Party and other collaborating political institutions that came to prop up the Unity Party during the general presidential elections in 2023, the president can only deal with the clique of people. He doesn't have to bring somebody from the CDC. So they just try to despair that. Now, when it comes to the national legislature, if you are elected by your people, I think some of these will bring, I think, few staffers. They bring few staffers, but at the judiciary itself and the legislature itself, you have civil servants who are working there, and these civil servants came over from the WIAS administration. They never drove anybody. If you go to the finance ministry, there's a lady who is a seditious. Sometime this year, she already spoke. She said, I was seditious. We fought to bring that government to power. She said, I never knew even my department, lay person that me had right to scratch card. Until Gafuan came. All of them left in their positions. They never changed anybody. You go to commerce ministry. Everybody left in a position. They never changed anybody. So those who are taken to these ministries and agencies, beside the heads, okay? So the number is not right now. I hosted, you hosted, so
no. I'm go on. You are expressing yourself. That's why I was waiting.
Yeah. So I spoke. I don't know if you read it for this video that you
want to sacrifice the desperation for power and give it to somebody who I understand, truly believe can transform Liberia. Look, that this is not something we should joke with. We should thank this man. It's huge. It's huge.
What are they
and we should thank, and we will continue to thank former President George Weah for this. And I just want to thank you, Ben, for also taking initiative.
No, I understand what they're talking about. Okay. There's stuff you are telling me about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
The ANC people.
Yeah. So, ANC, but the thing is that the thing got me confused yesterday. Because I've now heard it from seditious. Even Alexander Cummings, there will be something big. He, as the head of the political institution, to be able to talk about it, address the nation that he has acquired CDC, that he acquired the ANC from. Because they got Kwame Clements was the one who should have been the political leader of the ANC. But he came with high money, cash violence, and dislodge Kwame Clements from there. So, if he's using the same cash violence to acquire the CDC, I think the two political leaders are the one who will mount the puppet and talk about it. And George will say, I'll be stepping aside, we are merging, and Cummings will be taking over in 2029. But I just see these guys, listen to them. And these are the guys who are being this, sycophancy and hypocrisy is very high in the ANC and most of the political institutions. These are the guys who are called George Weah mud brain. But see them praising George Weah.
You know, Albert, I got friends in the ANC that I call him my brother. But one of my cousins, she's even in the ANC. These people, let me tell you, when you have conversation with the ANC people, it's no different from the CDC people.
Same mentality.
It's the mentality. Number one, these people say they're educated more than everybody. And me, I tell anybody, the moment you start to talk with them, the first thing that come up, what your degree? I always tell them, I ain't even go to school. I ain't even go behind the mud house school. But people fail to realize that having a degree alone is not education. For me, education is when you fight hard and get a degree. Your intelligence should also represent that degree you got. The way you carry yourself is also part of your education. You can say you got a doctorate degree and you're thinking like an elementary student. I will look at you as you not being educated, because education is not you acting stupid, or you seeing a fight and say it's not a fight because you want to come in that space. And it's sad because some of the people, we in America here, we know some things, but we can't talk it all. Because I will give you a story about the first time I ever came to the United States. My sister, I call her my sister because we grew up together. She was getting married in Philadelphia. Her husband family lived in on the outskirts of Philadelphia. So yeah, when I entered that place, Lord, in the night, what they said, die hard to see in the night. I saw some Liberian people living situation in America firsthand, because I came from Houston. I mean, where I came from in Houston at that time, I have not seen some things. I arrived in a place in the night and I was stopping with one of my friends that I knew long time, but I've not seen, oh, you can't stop here. But I started seeing living space. You know, the only thing I said, these are the people, when they go back home, they be misleading our people, talking about, oh, the people can come and even sweep your house. Don't cut your grass. Don't sweep. Don't clean your neighborhood. That homeowner association come for you. You will regret why you clean your place. I was shocked. But these are the people that will be sitting and speaking all the big grammar and misleading. And you know that. Let me tell you, all the BB words that the people be speaking, they know exactly what they're doing. Because they think the Liberian people, when they hear that, oh, they bought no book. He know this. But they themselves, some of the words they use, they don't even know the meaning of those words. Ask them to define the words. Another thing they do when they're speaking to our people to mislead them and lie to them is the mischaracterization of words. The way, certain words mean the same thing, but you cannot, it's just a certain word you will use for a flower, you cannot use it for a human being. That, for example, germination. Human beings, we do not germinate, we produce. So now if you go stand and say, and the germination power of the death, then you got somebody standing behind you and say, Paku, then it's Amanda. So the people know exactly what they be doing, because they know if they communicate in a certain way and lie to our people will believe it. But I can tell our people the purpose of communication, the reason why people can talk, the reason why people communicate is for you on the other side to really understand, so you can ask them questions. So I don't know, sometimes people can sit in America, they work it so much that they start to daydream. That is, man, I sitting, I know he want to show that he either working in the medical area or so he come in his whole scrub with his medical cap on his head, and come to make big show, and they are the big people that say, oh, so I just tell, Abba, if you want to talk, you mute. I just tell my people, I like, how long you going to be hurt for this defeat the Liberian people gave you? And let me tell you, the ANC people, they have not learned though.
No.
They have not learned. They still have not learned the reason why the Liberian people took them from 7% to 1%.
I know, right?
People think that the Liberian people don't know when you're talking to them, when you're talking with them, and when you're talking at them. The people know. Our people are not stupid. They know when you're insulting them and using certain words and making them to feel that you're better than them. They know all of that. So these people live from here. In fact, in some of their minds, the only way you can be a good leader if you come from America or if you travel.
Oh, yeah.
I would tell anybody no. There are people in Liberia that have never traveled and behave better than we that have traveled in America. It's just the fight.
But
there are people in America here when you deal with them, because I'm in the United States, I'm in America, so that means there are people here when you deal with them, you would think that they have never gotten on a plane to travel to a Western world.
I'm all right. All right. Listen. Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know where they're taking that information from, but for me, it's not even about Abbott. If they like, they can say even Donald Trump is running on a ticket. And even, Donald Trump endorsed Cummings. Alexander Cummings himself have to really tell the Liberian people and convince them reason why he think he can be a better president. And he have not done that for the Liberian people. Because because for every time he even goes to talk, he will put his own foot in his mouth. Nobody's saying Liberia is better. But a lot of people have seen a whole lot of improvement in the last 2 years and some months now. And you, educated man, as you claim yourself to be, you work in the executive in America, yeah, you're a millionaire or whatever. Kudos to you. But for every time you tell the Liberian people to unsee what they see currently, it's an X mark against you. So
how I look, I mean, they should even feel ashamed to want to depend on another political institution before your political leader can be quote unquote popular or can win election. So what they say in essence, Cummings by himself is not able to attract the people. He's not resonating with the people. He can only depend on the shirts of other people before he can be seen. Now, see how they are praising George Weah in this clip. You wouldn't believe that this guy. I was surprised of Ben. They say Ben are gonna be causing Joseph Yuma Boaka, facing all kinds of AR stuff for Joseph Yuma Boaka.
Ben Sabi?
No, Benjamin Jonah.
Oh, he the one year right with sorry, I don't know.
That's Ben there. That's Ben there. If Joseph Yuma Boaka was the stepping aside today for the Zama Cummings, they will start to press Boaka again. But just listen to what I just called it a few seconds.
Go to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice the young is openly willing and accepting that role to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice the desperation for power and give it to somebody who I understand, truly believe can transform Liberia. Look, that this is not something we should joke with. We should thank this man. It's huge. It's huge. And we should thank, and we will continue to thank former president.
But where are they getting this from?
Amber, the thing is, I don't even care where they're getting it from, because how they call him, me, I have had so many encounters with ANC people that I know them so well. I know their brain how it works. The first thing that people will judge you before they even get to know who you are. So Let me tell you, if they remember the story of Winston Tubman, Judge,
I know, right?
that just say if it is true, which I really don't care, because as President Boakai said, continue to work and don't think about the election.
Yeah.
So Judge Weah stood aside before. He gave Winston Tubman the baton to his party. But people forget to know if it's not Judge Weah on the head of that ticket. Ain't happening.
No, I'll tell you something serious.
And even with currently with Judge Weah on the head of the ticket, ain't even happening anymore.
Let me play them.
And George Weah for this. And I just want to thank you, Ben, for also taking the initiative to come out openly, because you have been very critical. You and I have been very critical of President Weah, and you know that. And even Emmerich, the fact that all of us out here who have been very critical of this man can openly come out and appreciate him for such a gesture. I just want to say thanks to all of you guys, but most importantly, thanks to President Weah for making that critical decision to say, you know what, let me give this job to whom I believe can actually transform Liberia, right? Adequately. And that is selfless. Man, you know what?
Albert, you know what the people think propaganda is? You know, people think propaganda is lying. Propaganda is not lying. There have to be truth in what you're saying, and then you add it up and build the temperature under whatever you say and push it and continue to push that narrative till the people see it. So when people say the United Party lied to come to power, I ask them how. In Liberia, where people now, they did not find people dead mysteriously. They did not find an EPS officer with how many shots in the head, and then who shoot themselves 3 times in the head? That was a miracle.
I know that zombie nation.
They just equated a finance minister not open up again and say that he took money for mop-up exercise that they can't account for. These are not things that people just got away and said. It came from in their own mouth. When Judge Weah became president, did he not build how many duplex or condominiums? 49? Did he have those before he was president? Because they said he was 85 million rich. Did he build those before? The house he had when he was FIFA best, world best, Ballon d'Or, everything on the 9th Street that got burned during, I think it was the April 6th that the rebels burned that house. So that he never built, that looked like a chicken coop. When he was 85 million rich, according to them. Did he build it all? He broke it down when he became president and just started building all over the place. So those things were not lie, except you did not want to see or you did not know any better to realize what was happening right before you. Then you would say it's a lie. But I don't see how they say people lie to come to power when it was visible. Even the late child in Liberia could see it. And when Liberia went 2020, this is my own account. I could not take money out of the bank. You go take your own money, they tell you how much. Sometimes you will not even find the money in the ATM. That's how bad the country was. Is that a lie? It's not, because I experienced it. So how can you say people lie on your name when people went to the country and experienced things? We pay to enter and leave $75 each to do COVID testing. Where did that money go? No account for it. Is that a lie? No, it's not. So these things, people experience it and they talk about it. Then you say the people lie. So where is the lie? When you ask them, tell us how the people lie. Not one of them will come up to say, this is the lie.
The people don't get anything.
But so I don't blame them too. They're still talking plenty, because when we have the power as citizens to do the right thing, we don't. Look, we said that we listen to big English and set the people free. So yeah.
Awa. One thing I can say is that that 12 man will account until this 6-year finish. Right now, he's going on an investigation for the 20,500,000, right? The rep subsidy coming also. That there's the rep subsidy. Then
they're going to ask for jury. They're going to ask for jury and to do it again.
Then the Ebola funds again. He's going to be investigated.
Now Ebola about COVID because Ebola time was ending.
COVID morning. He's going to be investigated. There are series of investigations on Samuel Twelve. Now, let me tell you, key people in the George Rias administration who were responsible. The mop-up exercise, Samuel Twelve will be investigated. Okay? Because according to the Crown reports, there were millions of dollars that could not be accounted for. Okay? 12 will look. I'm trying to go through the other reports. Mr. Nangbe promised me the other day because day before yesterday I wanted to go full blouse. He told me that. But let's do it on Friday. So I said one or two things was sort of talk on it, but he didn't get back to me. After I will get to him because if we don't do it,
renewable energy.
Yeah. He wanted for also
do it. I know why he come on.
Yeah, he wanted for us to do it yesterday, but he didn't get back to me. But I'm taking all my notes. I'll take good notes tomorrow. Monday, I will fire. Look, you'll see the discrepancies, the variance, lack of supporting documents to support millions of dollars in expenditure. Then you say it's a lie. Okay. Now, look, this is what is happening in Lofa County. This is happening in Lofa.
That the people who are responsible to face St. Paul Bridge all the way to Bow side, and this is Lofa County, and that the people come to face here now. We don't come to congrats President Bola to the comment section, and this is the people come, they face here. So this is the people come, they face here. So you see the protocol working now. Your congrats President Bola to the 16th of May to the Saturday. So you see the protocol. This is a campsite for private fort. Campsite? Yeah, that we're trying to work on, trying to build this place for our workers and our equipment where they will be. Yeah, the project is 36 kilometers. 36 kilometers from Bonjama to Monokoma. Yeah. So the groundbreaking will be from Monokoma, right? Yes, the groundbreaking will be from Sereno Bola straight to Bonjama. Wow. So, okay. And you are discussing about the mountain. The mountain you see over there was selected by our engineers. Okay. Yeah. It's the mountain we are going to use for the quota of the road. The quota is the best rock for it. Okay, and the rocks here. Yeah. So, we are getting equipment to. Yeah, equipments are there. Equipments are available. Yeah, equipments are available. We went there. We make a road somewhere here with the.
So it means that rocky mountain, they're going to blast that mountain. Or under that hill or mountain, they're going to blast it, and from there they're going to get a crushed rock to be able to pave the road. So what is happening there? Party started from Bow side, and will be coming to Monrovia, and there is the other aspect of the road that they will be taking from the Sierra Leone border from Mendocoma to get to Vonjama. While the other roads have already passed Salah Hill from the Banga way into Lofa County. Hawa, back to you.
Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. Look, before JMB 6 years, I'm not saying he would do everything in the country, but there will be visible things. when people talk about 2029, I calculated how long we're gone. I'm like, okay, 2 years, some month. Okay, So before we reach 6 years, I rather want to see the debate. Because 2029, I will want to see debate on substance. No man person. On substance. It's about time that people that say they want to lead the Liberian people will come up with tangible things to say, XYZ, I will do this. I am going to do this. I'm going to do XYZ. And I will be doing it in this frame of time. Anybody be you representative, whatsoever, senator, you can't do anything tangible. Seriously, the people should not vote for you. And I would like to see the opposition argument. Are you going to tell the people, oh, just like Baka said, you are going to, and no car will be stuck in the mud? And yeah, that's true. He said it. No car. Right now, we can go everywhere free. Or you going to say, what you rather going to tell the people about road? Oh, you can't eat road. At that time, I sure. Right now, this is 2 years gone. But let's say probably by next year. I'm just assuming and making my own prediction. A lot of people will start to go back in those heated in the interior and stuff. Because meter what you need, water, electricity. If you got electricity in the interior, let me tell you, Monrovia is actually rather noisy. Seriously.
Agreed.
People will start to move out of the city. Because when you put certain basic standards in your country, and then you attract people to come to your country to invest. That's why I'm happy about the cadet program, because you're training your young people so that when companies come in, there will be no excuse this time around to say, oh, you don't have engineers. We have engineers. You know, this will also, that whole cadet program will also choke the companies in a way that they will be forced to hire Liberians. Because there will be no way we have about 50 engineers land and you say we get engineers in our country, then carry your business somewhere else. So, because actually you need our resources, but we have the people here to do the work. You can bring a company, employ our people to work. If that starts to happen, all the microphone carrying, telephone carrying people in the market and stuff, it will stop. And when food, another thing people complain about food. Our problem too is, Albert, we don't want to eat what we grow. We want nothing to come from on the ocean. If it's set on the sea to dock at the free port, it's not good enough for us to eat. Until we start gravitating towards what we plant and eat in Liberia, because the more you start to eat what you plant, and farmers start to produce more, input prices too will drop in a way, because when people bring out goods, they won't sell it hard. So now you have the choice to have both commodities, at your view. You got more choices to make. And
go ahead.
And if these things start to happen, the economy start to grow more. And let me see the whole economy, because that's where ANC people coming in here, because and the point that people always think, because you work in a big American cooperative, so you can go and run our country, is very false. All the cooperatives have rules and order. I don't care what you say about JMB. JMB is a very disciplined president. This man have not worked in any big cooperative with guidelines and stuff. This man have always worked in Liberia. And he carried himself this way. No corruption attached to his name, nothing. Besides the lot of propaganda that he carried. And before, thank God, before the late Mosiah passed, he was able to dispute that fight to say, we lie on this man's name and XYZ. That's why in the West, we have rules and we know when we do certain things, when they grab, or it won't be easy. So you got a guideline. That's why when they go back home, they can't make it in certain things. They will be tempted in ways that if they are not careful, they will put their hands somewhere. And then we start to wonder how it happened. Working with the biggest cooperative does not mean you are a good leader. You cannot compare a cooperative with a country.
Indeed, I agree with you.
One time I heard the biggest data on the Coastal Network talking about, well, when you run your cooperative, you talk about a whole country, you talking about subdivisions. You talk about 15 subdivisions of this country. You're talking about setting that dealing with different people with different mindset.
No PC in that doctor then.
Commies who I know what they did, they were talking about suing people. You would rather sue a lot of people in Liberia because you see how our society is now that people enforcing that people shouldn't talk certain ways. So, but you see how people just stay and do whatever they want to do. So you have to be having the mentality and the stamina to deal with those people and not to quiver. But
Indeed.
we wait. We're waiting. For me, I really don't care about that thing they were talking. What a judge, we are taking part and give it the comments. To me, it makes no difference. The government just need to work harder and continue on the path they're on.
How it will be great. I mean, 2020. I mean, that's 2028 will be revealing. There we can say we are at 6 years. We shouldn't wait for 2029.
No, I'm not.
Then that bring the argument now when we asking, okay, yeah, we in 6 years. Okay, we are exhausting 6 years. Bring your facts about your 6 years. They bring our facts about 6 years. Bring your developmental data. Let's bring our developmental data for 6 years. Let's compare it. Let's look at the people's life. How have their life improved under Joseph Yuma Boakai and how their life was under George Weah? All of those things will be determined. The people of the Southeast, they laugh for them because people are so much hypocritical. I'm telling you, people are so much with all of this. I do expect everybody in the Southeast to start going to Joseph Yuma Boakai. No, you understand? But I will come back to what I was talking about, the truth or being honest. Look, you can carry out development in my county, and I can tell you thank you, but no, I'm still with this person. I still acknowledge what you are doing, that the person that I even celebrated for a long time in my life, somebody will held at a very high pedestal. The person didn't do anything. You doing this. I still appreciate you, but I'm still with the person. Be able to acknowledge it. But they will sit down and be so hypocritical and say nothing is happening with everything that the government is taking about 89 kilometers of road from Cote d'Ivoire border straight to Zulu Whiskey. You sit as a Southeasterner and say nothing is happening. 4 different roads construction is taking place, I think, right now in Grand Jide. The other one is taking place in Grand Cru County. Solar 9-way is there. Trying to electrify. Look at they are building a mini dime. If you can remember the case that is going around saying he's showing George Weah project, he went and stood to that particular place. He stood in the bush. You know, showing him, he said, we're building mini dam. There. Nothing.
But Albert, look, sometimes it's really funny. But also, don't be surprised when people get mad at their own people. Marcia, you are so right. And that's why education is not common sense. True. Education with all common sense is a waste to me.
It's a waste, complete waste.
Yeah. So
common sense, like, companies, the education.
It's true. I agree. Not everybody in the Southeast, even 2029, if Joseph Yuma Boakai decide to run again, if the people petition him and say we want you to go by, and he decide to accept that petition, I don't think everybody will. But some of the people, there will be a time. I'm watching the Southeast with eagle eye. There will be a time. Some of the people in the Southeast will start getting involved with some of the people here. Because let me tell you, I believe that the people themselves that went through all the mud and stuff for months, they were stuck there before they could reach where they were going. I believe they have eyes to see.
Indeed.
So I was sitting here now and go through any other struggle. I come and pick up phone and tell somebody, say, vote for the... I myself will get mad at you. Because you're going to have to explain to me what am I really bringing this person by. When this person was from this side of this country and they did nothing, absolutely nothing. They said it was raining for 6 years. I guess in just like you 6 years, no rain falling in Liberia. We're in serious drought. So the first thing, you lie to your people. Let us say your people ain't got sense. You lie to them, and then you told them that it was raining for 6 years. The people who are in the country, they know it was raining for 6 years.
I know, right? You know, the thing about CDC.
And another thing, let me just add this. We always talk about tribal alignment and things, and I know every county does that. But look at the Southeast. Seriously, they have had 3 presidents from in the Southeast. The longest serving president, even though most of our infrastructure in the capital and other things started happening under Tubman, we gave that to him.
Yeah.
But see, I went to the Southeast before, like after the war and stuff, we were doing some surveying thing. You enter Maryland, beautiful county. When you enter that place, you were seriously, if they develop Maryland, if they rather develop Maryland, the way Maryland is shaped and situated, enter that place early in the morning, let the sun just be coming right over Lake Shepherd. You will know how beautiful that place is. A well laid out county. But all the people that came from over there, well-learned people. How can you sit down? You are son from that side. Even if you never did anything for any other person, people will understand because that side, the people voted for you. Like they put everything. They refuse to vote for any other person but you. You got there, did nothing for them. Then when you were running campaign, you had to pass through another country, another disgrace. How? Sometimes when people talk, you say people lie. They didn't really think about how the Ivorians were looking at us and laughing.
Indeed.
Let me tell you, when during the election 2017, my co-workers, those Nigerian nurses, so I asked one of them, why you can't make Kanu or Okosha president? They were like, I said, Muya more from Ian Walla anyway, he won. After that man won, I became almost like a laughing star when things started going and they'll be monitoring. Next time it's tennis player, you should go put there. Do you know how embarrassed a lot of people were? Me, I was embarrassed. At a point, next time a tennis player, you should go put there, We love George Weah when, as a footballer, he did good. We all cheer him when he was world best in team, but leadership is not for everybody. Everybody has their area. It's almost like if you're supposed to be a business person, you go put your hand to be a doctor. You will not be a good doctor.
You wouldn't.
So Liberian people, I will bring it back to us, the common people again. It's in our hands and we have to do better. We have to help. This president that we see is trying so hard. We have to put hands around him and push. If we see wrong, we say it.
Look, this is Liberia's opportunity. Just like Yuma Bwagan said in 2017, we squandered opportunities. And that is why he's there, the opportunities that were squandered. He's back as president to be able to make amends, to make up for those opportunities that we didn't make use of.
That is the administration that we're in.
Yeah, so what is happening is that I understand the frustration of seditions because at the end of the day,
don't lead our children behind too.
They took the presidency or the country for joke. I don't know how they thought governance is. It's what one guy said. The guy said, look, those people, they were ignorant when they came to power and they stole at that rate. Imagine they have come, they were beaten and they are outside. The ones that they stole, and they even mismanaged it before they even came to themselves that the election was going to go bad for them. He said, imagine where they sit now, and most of them, they are getting so damn broke up. Excuse me for that. They are getting so broke. He said, imagine when they come back to power. Right now, in their mind, they visualize the entire government, those areas they were, that when they get back, how to cover up, how to steal massively. Imagine 6 years, the millions we are talking about, and just before they could leave from power, they covered our tracks. Imagine the next 6 years, if George were to ever win election, George is not coming back. From the day they will start to steal, when George will take power, they will start to cover their tracks. The day those guys are leaving power, they will tear all of the documents.
Oh, but they burned a whole lot of documents. You didn't see they put up Buchanan, what the brother was there, had his whole car caught on fire one day. You didn't see how the finance ministry got that fire one day.
Got the fire too, yeah.
You did not see how transport got that fire. You think what
So-
were they doing?
So sad. So let's look at the young cadet program that was launched yesterday. These programs, you find them in other countries around, just around us, close to us. In Liberia, Ellen Johnson said this time we did not have it. George Weah time, it is impossible to have had it because they do not even know.
I think
Well,
anytime they had, I think they brought it back, but I don't think
Okay.
it was as big as it is now.
Yeah, now they've reinforced it. What do you have to say to young people? Young people, it can even be the young people in high school, those coming from out of high school, young people who are in the university, people who are coming out of university or career studies or TVET program, because this is meant to give these young people a first-hand example as to how a working environment is. And according to the finance minister yesterday, they are going to absorb about over 1,000 young people as the first into this
I
cadet
think
program.
1,100. I think.
1,100. That is good. I don't know if they have already absorbed them or they're going to absorb them into this program. And at the end of the day, not just what the government will be taking at the end of every school year, what we used to see way back the time we call normal days, where when school closed, people go to look for vacation job. Here, the school is closing at the end of June. From June to September, you will not be able to find jobs so easily as a person. Almost all of the jobs are for students. I'm just talking about those at the university, children are even in high school. Let's say kids from 16 years old up. As of July 1st, if you haven't found job in this country, just hold your hand until the end of September, because anybody work, because what we have here, we call it interim. Okay, you don't find industries or employers employing people directly here. Some of us were just lucky since we came to the country. We've been having employment directly, the two different places I apply. But almost everybody passed through outsource center. Okay, the employers you go and register, and when somebody is looking for personnel, then they call that agency, or they can already tap into the agency website, and then they say we need 3 persons, and then they will call you. So between this period, if you have not gotten job up to the end of September, just hold your peace. And I think this is the system, even though it wouldn't be like here, but at least children in 7th grade, 8th grade. It's not those who are just coming out of the career studies, but at the end of the school year, they ought to start going to a vacation job. To have these kids will begin to have a first-hand experience on what it's like for the very first time, I can say, in Liberia after the war, where maybe an 8th grade student, when school closed, is able to go and look for a vacation job and be able to work for 2 months, even if you get $100. but you have gotten a first-hand experience on why it is to work for money. It also orientates you that some of those times you get angry with your parents at home when they tell you, say, there is no money. This orientation will give you a better mind. It will reset your mind that, oh, is this how my parents, when they leave the house in the morning, when they come back, they're so tired, we want to give them difficult time. Even sometimes we need money from them. They say that they do not have it. We think they just don't want to give it. This program, for me, is going to be like a reset of the mind for so many young people.
It is.
Yeah.
So it is also one of the best ways to train your workforce.
Yeah.
Because we can, to be frank, Liberia has a big workforce gap. So sometimes we be getting mad at the companies and things, but true, sometimes we don't have people to fill
the gap,
the spots and things that they need. Mm-hmm. So you start to train, and that is one of the reasons why I'm so happy. I was so happy yesterday because this is how you start to train your workforce. And you have to train them to stay at work too. You have to teach them good work ethics, because working is not the only thing, but going to work on time, staying there on time.
Yeah.
Staying there till the whole work day is over, and then you can go home. Because you going to work, just signing and leaving from work and not staying there all through the day is a form of corruption.
Indeed.
That's another thing.
Corruption.
We need to tell what you do work for. Mm-hmm. You stealing from the government. When you go to work, you have to stay there. When they say 5 hours, you have to work for your 5 hours honestly, and then leave.
Yeah.
You know, the other day they were on the show, they were talking like people lazy. We are not lazy, but we take advantage of things. We know when we in other countries that our country has system, but implementation is one of our problems.
Yeah.
And sometimes I know our people in top position, sometimes they don't want to hear it, but sometimes we are reluctant to take certain stand based on whatever we're thinking about. Maybe the people will not vote for us again, this, that, and the other. And we continue in that path. It's going to be hard.
But
when you go to work and you sign and you leave work and you come back, okay, you stay there for maybe the first 3-4 hours, you go for lunch and you do not return from that lunch till it's time for you to sign. And then you come back quick, you sign and you go back. That is a form of corruption. You are stealing from the government. You did not work for the rest of the money, the rest of the hour they come and pay you for.
Yeah.
And sometimes our people in the rightful position know these things, but they just refuse to take the right action.
No, that's what the president said. The president
and
said.
Then we wonder why we face some problem. We are facing some problems because we fail to do the right thing, even those that they gave the responsibility to do the right thing. Because for me, if I know my daily bread lies on this job, I am going to come and work and do the right thing. If you value the job and you know this is your daily bread, you come and do the right thing. But you come to work, you just sign the book. And if, for me, I think all the signing a book and thing, they need to put it behind that and make sure all the offices has fingerprint or some form of electrical signing in.
Yeah.
Nobody will sign in and out for you. When you clock out, and you know the good thing about that, when you clock out for lunch, you have to come back and clock in.
You clock in, yeah. Indeed. I agree.
And even people will be like, oh, the person can come by and clock in after lunch and they leave. True, that can happen. But if I am, for example, the minister of this place or the supervisor of this department, my responsibility is to monitor the people under. I am responsible for the people that work under me. So if you're not staying to work, that means you don't want to work. Simple as that. If you always come to work and you clock in or out or you sign the paper and leave, that means you don't want to work. You just finish telling us that you don't want to work.
Yeah.
Because if you want to work, you will stay there and do your work.
Totally agree.
So for the cadet program, it shouldn't only be about us. You know, we are happy that it bringing young people in, teaching them the ethics of, they should teach them the ethics of work, coming in on time, staying at work, doing your hours at work, going back home, coming back to work on time. Because I don't even understand how people don't go to work on time in Liberia.
They
You're
don't.
supposed to be to work 7 o'clock, you coming in 8 o'clock. Even your minister or your boss man is there before you.
Yeah.
First, they used to cry for transportation, but now I think most of the offices have transport buses. So why you not coming to work on time? Either you don't want to work, they have a lot of people who are looking for work. Either you occupying space for no reason.
Yep.
So we in position need to lead the friendship thing and do the right thing for the sake of Liberia.
Totally agree.
Because it's a friendship thing that continue to hold Liberia hostage. And who know you think. And the person, because another person, the person can't do wrong. You know, we rather need to sit and recalibrate and say we are bringing in new people. We're bringing in the young people. Because, you know, the young people will look at what's happening around them. The culture, if they see that culture of people coming to work just on there going, trust me, when they graduate and you get a job, they're going to do the same thing.
The very same thing.
So it's not only about bringing these young people in, they said for them to know how it is to work and stuff, but also letting them to know the environment of work. Letting them to know when you come to work, you cannot leave. You come to work, you are entitled to your break. It's that 1 hour break. Even in Liberia, I think the 1 hour break is too much. 30 minutes break. Do your 30 minutes, you come back.
Yeah. So like
yeah, go on.
Hello? Hey, hi, so my brother, how you doing? What's up?
Oh, somebody wants to.
Yeah.
And I want to chime in a little bit. I don't know what you got to say before now.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, let me ask the host. I can take the call. Okay. How are the host?
Momo today. That's my brother.
So, am I live now?
Yeah, you live.
So you know, part of
Momo should have
what we call corruption is it's not just about taking money, you know, or whatever that does not belong to you and walking away with it. Part of corruption is the fact that you're not going to work on time. That's corruption. That means you're getting paid for work that you are not doing, right? You go to work late, you don't clock in, you go and leave. No one is monitoring these guys. Many of the folks that our president hired are people from here. Many of them came from here. Many of them got the orientation from here, right? But they see these things, you know, once they get a point, when they go back home, they feel that, you know, no one is being held accountable for these kind of stuff. They turn their back on it. And that's the service of the nation. And there's a simple off-the-shelf commercial off-the-shelf software. Companies selling software that we can use. They call it the time management system. Those those systems are tied with the human resource officers in every agency, right?
Yeah.
That clock management, that time management system, once you go to work and clock in, it clocks it in, like you said, when you clock out during lunchtime, you get clock out for lunch only, and after lunch is 1 hour or 30 minutes, you clock back in. It doesn't clock you out for the entire duration of the 8 hours. It clock you back in, so that at 5 o'clock is if that's when you're supposed to leave work. When you clock out finally, then the time management system clock you in as working that day. I mean, but at least you are on premises. You are you are within the building. Whether you clock in and walk outside and go spend 2-3 hours outside, that one that is left with your supervisor or your agency head to determine whether you are at your desk doing your job. But being accountable, being in office, being there doing the job. So this is the reason why these agencies, like the passport officers back in the days, when you go just to get signature, they'll tell you the president who signed the passport not reached to work. The president at 11 o'clock in the morning. The president's still not to work yet. Thereby stalling, delaying the process, something that should take less than a minute to be done. It takes hours. And people will tell you that if you want to do it, make sure you pay some more money so they can estimate that stuff for you, which is not supposed to be that way. And all of these guys know. I spoke with what is his name. I went to his inbox when he was working at the civil CSA, and I told him, you guys have to deploy this system at every government agency, right? The time management system. You come into work, you have the agency badge, you use the badge for identification, use the thumbprint, your biometric is the one that will clock you into work, because no one can clock in for you unless you using your biometric system, using your thumbprint. That will clock you in our moment to going on the clock. No, I can tell a coworker of mine to say, "Oh man, we read all that clock, use my badge to sign in." It is your thumbprint is unique to you.
To you, yeah.
So when you go and clock in, it tells that Momo Tule actually is the one who is there and clocking in for work. The time is there. The time to clock in. Nobody, because these systems are managed within the cloud.
Yeah.
It's just that we go there and download, and no someone within the building or IT person will be able to manipulate anything. Oh man, let me fix your time for you. There is no. You put checks and balance. It's managed by a third-party company. A cloud provider, whether it's Amazon or whatever. These systems should be managed that way so that we have more people accountable to the people. If you work for the people, you have to be on time. If you have a company and your worker comes to work late, will you be comfortable? Will you be happy with it? You won't be happy if you have your own private company. Apply the same to government. But a lot of people, they will leave from here, they play by the rule here, they know the system overseas. When they go back home, these systems are available. You can deploy this system every agency within the government. But you know what? The head of these agencies themselves want to cheat the system. They want to corrupt the system, because corruption is not just going for the money. It's not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
When no one is looking, it's corruption. You have to do the right thing at all times. Show integrity. You don't have to go to the podcast and say, I will come and visit every agency or know the people outside the agency before people start checking themselves together. He gives you the authority to do what you're supposed to do the needful. If you think that you're a public servant, you want to serve the people, do it with all degree of loyalty, responsibility. Do not be someone who want to do our 7 job. And to you guys' point is exactly what is going on in our country today. It's no different from what this guy. Look, things need to be fixed. There are some agencies, there are some people who don't want to do the right thing. If you can't do it, get out.
Get them out.
Our country is not short of talents. We have enough talent. If you have the privilege to serve with distinction. If you don't want to do that, get out. Waste time with anybody. If you don't want to do a job, you get to out and bring new people in. Thank you guys so much for putting me the time, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Mo. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Momo. Thank you for your contribution. So, Albert, is there anything else you want us to talk about today?
Let's just lastly talk about not much detail. The health ministry came out with a release confirming of the outbreak of Ebola.
In Liberia?
No, in the Congo, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But what they're doing, they're leaving time ahead now to inform the country that there have been new confirmed cases in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and they're just trying to put people on the alert. So, it's an airborne disease, okay? And the movement, people are flying from here, there, to how these things spread very fast.
It's also a viral disease. So
yeah, viral disease.
Viruses are hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's difficult. And I think I was just hoping, I say, from the experience from 2014, 2015, I hope by now the World Health Body by now will have known how to contain, the virus in a particular locale before it begins to spread. I don't know. You in the health sector, you have any idea as to?
One thing I know that in the States here, CDC have not announced anything yet. Okay. But one thing I know, and I listened to the health minister months back, Liberia, the system Liberia put in place when they got affected by Ebola, they still have that system in place, which is very good. That is why you see when Market Pass started, Liberia, the 2 year death in Liberia, we maintain that system and we have that system, which is very good. That's why sometimes when people condemn me everything about the healthcare system in Liberia, I say we are not there. We need a lot of improvement, but there are things in place. There are systems that are still in place, and they are working within those systems to keep our people safe. And it's a good thing. That is what you call proactive, being a proactive minister in healthcare. Like, you don't have to wait for it to hit your door. You start to educate your people. Hand washing. Like, you need to be very observant of your environment. Don't just see somebody sick, running high fever, you run and go there. Like, you have to be you have to start to tell the people about the sign. I mean, because I know they went through it, but you still have to now reinforce the signs, symptoms, and all of that. Hand washing, staying distance, wearing masks. Don't reuse gloves, because the virus will live for a certain number of time before it dies, for days before it can die.
Yeah.
So you have to, and I'm very impressed that the Minister of Health came out. I was also impressed one time when I was following them and I saw for the first time the whole database of diseases that usually Liberians that affect the sub-region or so, like a whole database with like active. So it's not something like, maybe when a year and then they go put it in, this is active monitoring. So I'm very thankful that for the minister we have. She's very proactive. That is what they should do. Inform the people ahead of time, reinforce some information so people can start being very careful and taking care of themselves.
Sava. Thanks a lot, Hawa. So guys, we will be back. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll be back here tomorrow. If Hawa is busy, I will come solo. I will try to go through some other reports tonight.
I will not rather be. I will be here tomorrow too. So, but you just need to share. If you want me to host Albert, you need to share with me informations and stuff that we need to put up so I can control the topics and stuff, because
Yeah.
like today, I mean, I just opened it up because we're ready. Besides
Yeah.
the first topic that I had that I wanted us to discuss, and I will remind Dwalu that they should discuss that, because I mean, I'm not leaving nothing. Like what a boy and King David Miller, the first thing he came up with, people being underpaid, then he come by and government are implementing. When we ourselves making ourselves to be underpaid, when they give you position and you decide to do Congo side thing, as a Sarah Nune can say, Congo side, like people say on the side, you decide to take your brother, your sister, or your cousin, and you do a side business, and you're diverting that money from the government covers. How will people salary go more than what it is? Don't you think it's a form of corruption from us, the common people? So we complain and then we do the wrong because we have government to blame. We, the people, we don't want to take any responsibility of some of the actions in the country. We want to blame everybody around us but ourselves. And for me, every time I have the opportunity, I will ring the bell of citizens' responsibility to their country. Because it looks like since after the war, Liberians have forgotten their responsibility to their country. The government can bring the law. We, the citizens, have to help to implement that law. Because when they say taxi fare is $50 from F.E. Junction to 14th Street, if we, the citizens, jump in the car and say, okay, man, just go quick, I will give you $75, that is a problem, because now we are not helping to implement that. The government will not come entire and be everywhere at every time. We, the people, we also part of the government. We are the government too. That's why they say government of the people. So we need to leave some of the arguments about, oh, government doing this, government doing that. And we, the people, don't think we have responsibility to our country. We need to stop that ready.
Totally agree with you. So, like, okay, when I'm hosting, I look for all my own points. When you hosting, you look for your point.
No, because the reason why I said that, you have videos, you have stuff. I don't have certain administrative power.
What I'll do tonight or tomorrow morning, I will go through StreamYard to see what you can give.
If you give me administrative power and show me how to cut the videos and stuff, I don't mind doing it. I love creativity.
You don't know how to cut
So if you show me certain things, I'm a fast learner. I will learn it probably more than you.
It's true. It's true. We'll take one tutorial one day. We're sitting down like this, but it's not live, and we just it's just like a webinar or what?
Webinar.
Yes, almost like that. We do it right here under the UMSF. We just do a lot of practice. I think we should take time to do that.
Yeah, because if I know what to do, I don't mind hosting. I can look for topics. I can do sometimes when I'm not studying or so, I'm online and watching stuff, and I can take some interesting things. Yeah.
Because you already sharp. People getting scared of you, said.
So, no, but because me, I will be on Liberian people, we the common people, because without us, our country cannot move. I don't care. We can have whoever, because no Liberian people will criticize if it's not our person that we think should be. So I don't care who we can have. If we, the citizens, don't help, it's going to be hard for Liberia to move forward. And that's just a fight.
I agree. 100%. Why am I comment going through YouTube? Okay, you see my comment there, right? On my YouTube page. Yeah.
Oh, hi, political replay. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you went both ways. You went YouTube and on Facebook.
Yeah, and yeah. So the page I'm streaming from now, because I was from StreamYard. You can't tap.
So basically, Grace is saying, can y'all tag us when you're on? So you have to show me all of that if I am going to be like leading the show on this day. You need to show me how to tag, how to share the show to other platforms and all of that. And
okay. To share to other platforms, you just have to register with those groups. like shaking table or
Oh my God. I think you will be sharing those things because, sorry, that I'm not going down anybody, but there are some situations that I don't like to be part of.
no,
in our
you no,
Liberian community. That because
no,
when you're there, you will see certain things that are you all the gossip
yeah.
blog and stuff.
Yeah,
No.
they can post in there
Yeah.
too. They can post in there. Those are like what my group name? You know my group name, right? My
No, I
group,
don't
my,
know.
my group. I have a group also. I can share in the group also. It was not meant
Okay.
for people to share in the group yet to increase your visibility. I know, but I'll give you few that is associated with the Unity Party. Yeah,
Okay.
so when you click on the share button, then you see all the boxes. You just clicking all the boxes and just share it one time. If that 5, it goes straight to
Okay.
the 5 groups. Yeah, I'll share it to you. For the tagging, for the tagging, while you on in the comment section, you just use the @ sound. If you and the person friendly, you use the @ sound.
Because
So for the person name, the person is tagged.
yeah, because they were telling me, asking me to join the comment, but then when I click on that, it asked me to get connected to YouTube. Connect. So I don't know. So that's why I actually decided to not go forward because I did not want to throw the show up.
To get connected to YouTube.
Yeah, like when I click on join the chat, join the chat, they tell me connect. It has the YouTube something, I do have a YouTube page that I never use. So
Yeah.
it wants me to. And
Ah,
I
okay.
did not want to disturb the show. So
But that's how you try when everything's scattered with Star Wars. Oh, no.
please.
Oh,
We can be spotting things around here like that. Okay.
people understand and know we putting the thing in order.
Mm.
When you press
No, we
kata,
need to put everything in order before we come on. That's professionalism.
when you press kata, so somebody pressing or something that will come back, But when we dip into it now, then when we making mistake now, they will say, "Oh, boy, you're being having a show."
The people
for
are falling serious.
Hmm?
They will say we are not serious. But
I
it's always nice to be here with our wonderful people. And I am grateful that you allowed me to come on your show to express myself. I'm very passionate about Liberia. I always say Liberia is the only country that nobody can put me out of. I was born, raised there, very old before I travel.
I know, right?
So
nice.
I'm here, but Liberia, when I go to visit home, I know I'm home. I will tell you something funny. Every time I go visit Liberia, man, when my body know 2 days to come by, my body going to this whole rhythm. Like, I've been like my sister, yeah, your body know you're going by, not stress. Like my whole, I'm like, why am I feeling sick? Like something to me. But that is how you know where you belong. Sometimes we come here, we say, I can never go back to that place. With everything that is happening around the world, I can be laughing at them. Okay, people that say they can never go back to that place. It's always good to watch what you say because you don't know the next second ahead of you.
Indeed.
You don't know.
Indeed.
We have been opportune to come to other people's country to abide by the laws. Every rule they have here. When policemen say stop, you stop and say yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. Your hands on you there talking to them politely. License, registration, sir, my registration. You there being polite. But when you go back home, when our police back home ask you to stop, you want to tell them, who are you?
What are you stopping for?
This, that, and the other. It's not a good attitude.
Not at all.
We respect other people. We have to respect ourselves.
I agree.
No matter what we say, when you go back home and you sleep and you don't see anybody coming to break your window, it's because you have a policeman in the street patrolling,
Yeah.
doing their work. You may not see it, but it's happening. If we in the West or wherever we are in the diaspora, when they they tell you to not cross. In fact, in some cities, I know in certain part of Houston here,
Bye, Marcia. Yeah.
jaywalking. Bye, Marcia. Thank you. Jaywalking. You will get fined for jaywalking. And we sit here in America when they try to implement those things because they want to put law and order in Liberia. We sit here and criticize it.
Yeah.
And we try to incite our people because we think our people don't know better. We think we can sit across the Atlantic Ocean and spew lies out to mislead our people, to not do the right thing so their own lives can improve. And one thing people always talk about, oh, government is not improving people's life. Improving your life too is respecting law.
Indeed.
Let me just say that. If the government provide a place for marketers to go there, and we sit in and out of Liberia and tell them, put it in our mind, all the people don't want you to sell. They want you to live. Which country? Those are setting. I rather want for some of the people to ask these people that have traveled out, that telling them, don't do this. Which country have you gone to that you just see people all in the street, in a major street, selling nowhere for pedestrians to pass, the sidewalk cluster up with wheelbarrows and everything, and they are not in the marketplaces or so. There is nowhere. Liberian people, you need to learn how to listen to your government.
Then you see.
If you listen to your government, everything that is happening is to improve your life, is to make our city look beautiful. You need to stop eating and throwing trash on the street. That's being dirty. Nowhere in the West that people eat and throw trash on the street. When they catch you, you in serious problem. We all want to see our country look better. We want to see Liberia go back to where she belongs. So we begging y'all. We as one people need to put hands around Liberia to push her forward. Thank you, Albert. And hi, John.
Thanks a lot. We'll be back tomorrow. Grace, send me friend request.
And Albert, you need to accept me as your friend. I'm not your follower. So you need to either delete one person.
No, but I still have enough space for friendship,
I don't know how I'm not your friend on Facebook. The last time I went, I was like, wait, how am I not our friend on Facebook?
I know. I think I just have 1,000 something friends.
I will go back again and see. Maybe I did not send a friend request. And I don't think there was a place for me to send a friend request. It was just like follow.
Yeah. On some profiles, some pages, when you go there, you can see the
So how many profile you got?
Huh?
How many profile you got?
I'm a blogger. I'm invisible.
Okay, just send me friend request on your own profile.
I'll send it on the political replay and Albert.
Okay.
Then the other all the other one on bad my invisible self.
Okay, Mr. Invisible.
That one nobody can block me on Facebook. You block me, I'll still see you.
Marcel say, how can I send it?
Gracie?
I mean, Gracie Grace.
Okay,
Sorry.
let me see Gracie Grace. Let me see if I can find Gracie Grace
Maybe
right
look
now.
for Gracie Grace and send her the friend request. Then she can, because you say you're invisible, we know which one is the real Abba.
No, one Abbott are using.
Let me hold on.
Abbott Blair I'm using.
But Abba Blair, I'll tell you, I went to Abba Blair and I couldn't send you friend request.
Okay, let me finish with Gracie and see Gracie Grace.
Abba Blair Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not your friend. I'm like following you.
So I think that they sent you. But let me finish and look for you. Let me see Gracie Grace. Let me see Gracie Grace profile. Gracie Grace. I hope I found Gracie Grace. Because I have plenty of Gracie Grace.
Let me.
Gracie Grace, just go to my knee and tap in and send me friend request, yeah? Now
look at the picture that she has on her Facebook, something that you found with Gracie Grace.
Yeah, I seen the picture there, but it's not appearing here.
Let me hold on. Look at the picture that.
Yeah, I seen her.
Okay, Albert, let's call this a day.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody. And God bless. Y'all keep safe. Y'all thanks for watching. We see y'all tomorrow again.
Bye. But how are we friends?
I thought I was just following you. All right. If we're friends, that's fine.
Look, you see my,
I can see you, the reflection.
Yeah. You see my screen? You corrected friend.
Okay. All right.
Friend, I'm even following you.
Okay.
Yeah. You see how they asking me they asked me if I should unfollow, take a break.
If you just try to unfollow me, your finger will just stick in it.
then they get favorites, then they get unfriend. So it means that we're already friends.
No, we're friends then.
So the only thing I click on favorite, I put you on my favorite list.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I gotta let you go.
Friend, I'll look for Grace. Yeah. Okay. Take care now, guys. Thanks for being there. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Can look for some pasta.